I got fired on my 30th birthday. Yup, the big 30. Instead of a cake, I got a termination letter. Instead of a party, I got publicly humiliated by my boss. Eli, you think someone like you could climb over me? Crushing you is as easy as squashing an ant. Those were the exact words from Greg Bishop, my boss of 8 long years. He made sure everyone in the office heard them. 6 months later, I bought the company he used to run. He looked at me like he'd seen a ghost. I smiled coldly. Now it's the ant's turn to judge you. My name's Eli Carter, just a regular software developer. Straight out of college, I joined Titansoft, one of the biggest names in the tech outsourcing game. 8 years of blood, sweat, and barely any sleep. I got shipped around to client sites, drank more coffee than water, and wore my dark circles like battle scars. Hard work got me promoted from junior dev to team lead. Around 28, I started dating Chloe, this sweet, caring girl. We had plans to get married when I turned 30. I thought I had life figured out. Titansoft was old school, one of those outsourcing giants. We basically rented out devs to other companies. Market-wise, we were dominant. But inside, bloated structure, slow decisions, and more red tape than an IRS audit. 3 years ago, HR launched a talent revamp program to fix the mess. They brought in slick outside managers and started grooming internal talent. Greg Bishop, my direct boss, had been running our department forever. He wasn't tech. Never was. Started as the CEO's assistant back when the company was a garage startup. People said he was a founding bulldog. Loyal, shameless, and unbeatable when it came to kissing up. He slapped his name on every big project, even if all he did was forward emails. The CEO was all about loyalty. His motto, if we don't have to fire, we won't fire. That's why Greg, despite doing next to nothing, stayed forever. As long as he didn't burn the place down, he was untouchable. But even sacred, cows get turned into burgers when the economy tanks. Last year, the company started trimming fat. Quietly. One by one, people disappeared. Everyone whispered about who might be next. First one to come sniffing around was Charlie, our department's 10-year vet. Eli, you're tight with Chloe from HR, right? Could you, see if my name on the layoff list? Come on, Charlie, I said. Even if she knew, she couldn't tell me. That stuff's locked down. He sighed and muttered to himself. I can't afford to lose this job. Mortgage, kids, aging parents. Man, finding a job at my age. Forget it. I didn't answer. My mind was on the message Chloe sent me earlier that day, asking me to meet in the conference room. Eli, this conversation is confidential, she said, eyes serious. It involves staffing changes. Nothing we talk about can leave this room until it's officially announced. Got it? I nodded. Then she smiled. Congrats, Eli, you're getting promoted. Nobody at Titansoft knew Chloe and I were together. We kept it low-key. Well, mostly. One time, Charlie caught us at a sushi place. We played it cool and told him we were just grabbing dinner to celebrate a successful project. He bought it. Charlie's the type who takes everything at face value. But ever since then, Chloe kept bringing up the future. Eli, if we get married, one of us will have to leave the company. That's the rule. Maybe I should start looking around. I ruffled her hair. Silly, if anyone leaves, it'll be me. You're doing great here, if I don't get that. Promotion this year, I'll jump ship. Or hey, maybe I'll start my own gig. You know that side project I've been working on. She interrupted. They're making staffing changes. Why don't you wait and see what happens? Eli, you listening? Charlie's voice snapped me out of it. I nodded and went back to my screen. A little while later, my phone buzzed. Chloe, your birthday's in 2 days. I booked a table at this amazing place. I smiled, pulled out the small velvet box in my bag, and felt the diamond ring inside. Proposal day, everything was set. On my birthday morning, Greg called me into his office. He tossed a thick stack of papers at me. Take a look at this. It was sensitive client data from a key project I was leading. Got an anonymous tip last night. Says you stole this data, clear evidence. "You're out, Eli." I froze. "Greg, this has to be a mistake. There's no way." He sneered. "Does it matter if you did it or not? What the hell does that mean?" He laughed, puffing his chest. "Eli, you actually thought you could outshine me? Please. I've been running this show since before you knew what a compiler was. HR might think they can promote you, but guess who really calls the shots? Crushing you is child's play." He had security watch me pack. Then, in front of the whole floor, he announced, "Eli Carter has been terminated for violating company policy." Eyes turned. Charlie stood up, shocked, about to say something. I gave him a look. "Sit down, not worth it." Greg smirked and told the guards, "Keep an eye on him. Guy's a thief." Then in a low voice, he leaned in. "Look at you. Pathetic, just another loser." That night, I still went to the restaurant Chloe had booked. "Eli, I had no idea. If I knew, I swear I would have warned you," she said, tearing up. I brushed her hair back gently. "It's not your fault. Even if you knew, you couldn't tell me. You have your own job to protect." "So what now? Any plans?" "Not sure, but here's the thing, those files, they were only on my laptop. I never emailed them, never stored them on the cloud. Someone planted them. I just don't know how." "Forget it for tonight," Chloe said. She scooped some shrimp onto my plate, my favorite. I reached into my bag and felt the ring box. I couldn't do it. Not today. Then Charlie called. "Dude, I just got laid off." I dropped Chloe off and went to meet Charlie. He was already drunk. "HR says my performance sucked, but you know that's BS. Greg tanked my scores every time just to boost his own people." I knew. I'd seen it happen. At the start of the year, Greg gave Charlie high-profile projects, promised to mentor him. Charlie gave it his all. Then, just when things were wrapping up, Greg yanked the projects away and handed them to his favorites. Claimed he was giving new talent a shot. Charlie lost steam. Motivation tanked. He started phoning it in. They said I was coasting. Man, look around. Everyone's coasting. Greg, that clown drinks lattes and vanishes every afternoon. What's the real layoff criteria here, huh? Why me? He kept rambling until he passed out. I unlocked his phone with his thumb and called his wife. When she arrived, I saw the baby bump. I wanted to say something, but didn't. Helped her get him into the car. On the walk home, I couldn't stop thinking about it. All the years I gave that company, all the sleepless nights, Greg's smug face. Enough. I called Chloe. "I need a favor. The names of everyone recently let go." "Eli, I can't give you their contact info. That's not allowed." "Just the names." "Okay. People who leave get automatically removed from the Slack group at midnight. Maybe check the logs." "Got it." It was 10:07 p.m., less than 2 hours left. "Sorry I couldn't help more," she said. "It's fine. You do you. I'll handle the rest." I scoured the logs, found the names. Thankfully, I had many of their contacts from previous work. I created a group chat, named it Ant Operation. "Eli, what's this about? You got something cooking?" "Yeah, listen up everyone, I have a plan." At exactly midnight, I was kicked from the company's Slack. I exhaled. What a birthday. What I didn't know was, while I was rallying the troops, Chloe was curled up in someone else's arms. "Greg, Eli asked me for the layoff list tonight. I didn't give it to him, but I'm worried." "Babe, don't sweat it. That loser. Been a pushover his whole life. Let him try." The gears of fate had already begun to turn. In 6 months, I'd be back. With a vengeance. The next morning, Charlie called me, sounding way too sober. "Eli, man, are you serious about this? Starting a business right now? The economy's garbage. You'd be better off just finding another steady job. With your resume, even if you don't make manager, a supervisor role should be easy." "Charlie, I've thought it through. This isn't just a spur-of-the-moment thing. I started planning over a year ago. I've been working on a side project during my nights and weekends. All Greg did was speed up my timeline." I paused, then added, "Everyone else in the group chat already said yes. You're the only one who hasn't replied. What are you thinking?" He went quiet for a beat. Screw it, I'm in. I can't swallow this crap anymore. Our new startup focused on an AI productivity app. The idea was to automate basic HR, admin, and low-level coding tasks, helping companies cut labor costs and free up manpower. Originally, it wasn't supposed to be a direct attack on Titansoft, but after what happened, I pivoted. If businesses started adopting AI at scale, Titansoft, with its core model of human outsourcing, would bleed. I got the company registered fast, locked in a small office, and got to work developing while hunting down investors and early clients. Charlie took charge of outreach and sales, while I focused on the tech. For the first couple of months, I basically lived in the office. Sleep was a luxury I couldn't afford. Chloe texted a few times asking how things were going, but I was too deep in the code to answer. I figured once the funding came through, I'd surprise her. The hard work paid off. We got our internal demo ready way faster than expected. Once we ran real-world test data and secured a bit of capital, we could launch. Charlie was killing it too. After a few promising calls, several companies were open to further talks. The team's morale was sky high. "Big meeting tomorrow morning with NetBridge Inc., Charlie told me one night, sitting across my desk. "Make sure you're prepped. This could be our breakthrough." "All set," I said, pulling a USB from my drawer and giving it a little shake. "I'm staying here tonight just to triple-check." He grinned. "Cool, I'll swing by your place and grab your suit. We're doing this legit. Then we celebrate tomorrow night." NetBridge was a massive player. This was the first time a major client invited us in for a formal pitch. If we landed the deal, it could mean tens of millions in annual revenue. Still a long way from buying Titansoft, but a huge leap forward. Maybe it was all the sleepless nights catching up to me, but I dozed off on the office couch. I woke up to my alarm the next morning. Charlie was gone. On the couch lay my neatly folded suit and the USB. I went straight from the office to NetBridge HQ. The receptionist quickly ushered me into the guest lounge. A few minutes later, a young woman walked in. "Mr. Carter, I'm Ren Ray, Mr. Cooper's assistant. I'll take you to the meeting room." As we walked down the hall, two familiar faces suddenly emerged from the conference room. "Greg, what the hell are you doing here?" I froze. Greg Bishop and his lapdog David Lee. Titansoft and NetBridge weren't competitors, but they weren't partners either. Seeing him here made zero sense. Well, if it is Eli Carter, small world, huh? I got a chill. Something felt off. "Man, it's been a while," he said, leaning in with a smirk, still as naive as ever. Then he walked off, laughing with David. "You two know each other?" Ren asked. "Yeah," I muttered, something like that. In the meeting room, 6 people were already seated. After a quick intro, I dove into the presentation. Our app can integrate seamlessly with your current systems. Aside from our core features, we offer full customization to fit your internal processes. I was just about to turn to the next slide when Mr. Cooper interrupted. "Hold on, Eli. Quick question. Was this app developed entirely in-house?" "Absolutely," I said confidently. "Built from scratch by me and my team. We spent over a year planning and 3 months coding." "Interesting," said a middle-aged man sitting closest to me. "Because if that's true, you've got quite the history." "Excuse me, what do you mean by that?" He gave a dry chuckle. "Greg just finished showing us their new product. He also mentioned a former employee fired for stealing client data. Didn't name names, but we figured it out. He meant you." My voice rose. "That's a lie, I didn't steal anything." Without a word, the man tossed a printed slide deck onto the table. "Then maybe you can explain this." The title page read, "Titansoft AI Product Overview. Author, Greg Bishop." My stomach dropped. I flipped through it. Different logo, different colors, but the content almost identical to ours. This is impossible. It has to be a fake. This was my code, my concept, a year of sweat. Nothing was ever stored anywhere public. No leaks, no way it could end up in Greg's hands. Mr. Carter, Mr. Cooper said, tone suddenly cold. Let's end the meeting here. Ren, please show Mr. Carter out. I didn't move at first. My hands were shaking. Greg had stolen everything. And now he was beating me with my own weapon. I walked out of NetBridge HQ completely dazed. My head was spinning. I couldn't make sense of what had just happened. That's when one of my teammates called. Mr. Carter, how'd it go? I didn't know how to answer. This meeting had been our team's big hope. I could barely muster a response. Yeah. He probably misunderstood and thought it went great. Knew it. You nailed it like always. Oh, by the way, quick update. Charlie didn't show up at the office today, and we haven't been able to reach him. Weren't we all meeting for the celebration dinner later? Charlie didn't show up. Then, when did he bring me the suit? I rewound the past 24 hours in my head, from the blackout haze of last night to waking up this morning. Then I remembered something. The USB. It was placed beside the suit, but I distinctly remembered locking it in the drawer. Something snapped inside me. No way, it couldn't be. But the thought wouldn't go away. Mr. Carter, you all right? I swallowed hard. Yeah, I'll try calling him. You guys go ahead with dinner. I'll update you soon. I hung up and dialed Charlie. No answer. So I went to his house. His wife answered the door. Eli, Charlie said he was going to the team dinner with you guys. Didn't he meet you already? I looked at her, pregnant, almost due. I didn't want to stress her out, so I smiled and said, I came from another meeting, figured I'd swing by and pick him up. Maybe I just missed him. Take care, all right? Walking away, my heart got heavier. I called the team and told them Charlie was sick. The pitch hadn't worked out, but everyone had worked so hard lately, so the dinner would still be on the company's tab. Just a morale boost. I said I had other things to handle and wouldn't join. Then I collapsed onto my couch and started putting the pieces together. As much as I didn't want to believe it, it was clear. Charlie must have stolen the USB while I was asleep, handed it to Greg, then returned it to the table like nothing happened. Greg used my own work to nuke our chances. But why? And even if Charlie had taken the USB, how the hell did he get past the encryption? The password was personal. Only Chloe would know it. Just then, my phone rang. Chloe. Eli, it's been a while. I miss you. Can I come over tonight? I'm home. I could really use the company right now. Chloe showed up quickly. What happened? You look awful. She hugged me gently. I told her everything. The meeting, the betrayal, my suspicions. She looked shocked. Charlie, no way, why would he? He knows what Greg is like. That's not even the worst part, I said quietly, staring at her. How did he know the USB password? She blinked. Wait, you used that password the day we started dating. I nodded. 6 digits, random to anyone else, but not to us. Maybe you let it slip, or maybe he guessed, just got lucky. There's no way. I added a failsafe. If someone enters the wrong password 3 times, the data wipes and syncs a backup to my cloud. I get a notification. She froze. I didn't get an alert. That means he got it within 3 tries. He knew the password. Chloe fell into silence, her expression unreadable. So what now? She finally asked. Charlie won't show his face for a while, so I'm going to Greg. He can't hide. She leaned her head on my shoulder. But you don't have proof. Eli, maybe just let this one go. Find another partner. Move on. I'm tired of moving on. I need to know the truth. She saw the fire in my eyes and said nothing more. The next day, I went to the office, ready to tell the team that Charlie would be out for health reasons. Then I got an email, forwarded from HR. Charlie's resignation letter. No warning, no notice, and no contract clauses stopping him. We hadn't signed a non-compete, no NDA. I trusted him. Seeing that resignation, it almost confirmed everything I feared. But still, deep down, I couldn't let go of the hope that maybe, just maybe, he had a reason. We, known each other 8 years, fought through hell together for the last few months. He was my brother. Why would he do this for Greg? I pushed my feelings down and reassigned his work. Told the team I was shifting to a new R&D project, and they should focus on the current app rollout. Then I left. I was going back to Titansoft. I didn't expect to find the one person I now most needed to see, waiting in Greg Bishop's office. "Eli, what are you doing here?" Charlie wouldn't look me in the eye. He glanced at Greg, then mumbled, "Mr. Bishop, if there's nothing else, I'll get back to work." "Don't be in such a rush," Greg said with a fake chuckle. "Come on, Eli came all this way to see you. Aren't you two supposed to be best buds? What's with the cold shoulder?" I ignored Greg. My eyes stayed locked on Charlie. "Why, Charlie? Just tell me the truth." He still wouldn't meet my gaze. Greg just laughed louder. "What's the matter, Eli? Didn't expect your own buddy to sell you out. You think you can take down my company with some startup app?" But I didn't need Greg to confirm it. The moment I saw Charlie standing in that office, the denial I'd been clinging to shattered. "Tell me why," I asked quietly. Charlie finally looked up. His eyes were red. "Eli, I'm sorry, truly, but you and me, we're different. You've got no ties. You can afford to risk everything. Me, my wife's due any day. I need a stable paycheck. I'm not young anymore." "That still doesn't explain why you helped him. You know what Greg did to you. You know. He offered me a good deal, brought me back under a special hearing program. Better salary, a team of 3, priority projects. It was too good to pass up. Eli, I didn't want to do this to you. I had no choice. I'm sorry." His voice got smaller with each word until he looked down again. I didn't say anything for a long time. I couldn't. What he did was betrayal, sure, maybe even criminal, but I understood why he did it. Greg's offer was tempting, and Charlie had a family. Would I have done the same in his shoes? I didn't come here to fight. I just wanted the truth. But now that I had it, I didn't know what to do with it. I turned to leave. At the door, I paused. "One last question. How did you know the password?" "Password?" Charlie blinked. He looked genuinely confused. Before I could press him, Greg signaled for security. The guards showed up and pushed me out. I stood in the cold outside, replaying everything in my mind. Did he really not know the password? Then my phone buzzed. A message from Charlie. "Eli, I messed up. I'm sorry. For the sake of my wife and kid, please let this go. I swear I never knew any password. I really didn't." His reaction seemed real, the confusion in his voice, the message now. If Charlie didn't know the password, who did? Only 2 other people had access, Greg and his assistant, David. But neither of them would ever guess that password. The password was the date Chloe and I got together. My heart stopped. The realization hit me like a freight train. No way. My phone rang again, unknown number. "Hello? Mr. Carter, this is Ren Ray from NetBridge, assistant to Mr. Cooper. Do you remember me?" "Of course. What's this about?" "I'd like to meet, in person. When would be convenient?" I checked the time. "Give me an hour. Choose a place near your office and text me the location." I ended the call and let out a long breath. Some truths refused to stay buried. I met Ren at a quiet cafe near NetBridge HQ. "This meeting, is this on behalf of Mr. Cooper, about what happened at the pitch?" "No," she said quickly. "This is just me. Mr. Cooper doesn't know I'm here. I wanted to talk to you first." I looked at her, surprised by her sincerity. "Okay, what do you want to talk about?" "Mr. Carter, the one who plagiarized. It was Greg Bishop, wasn't it?" Her words hit me like a bullet to the chest. For 2 days, my girlfriend and my closest friend had both told me to let it go. And here was a woman I barely knew, saying what no one else had the courage to admit. "Why do you say that?" "Because Greg claimed he led the project, said he'd spent years developing it, gave this whole speech about hard work and sleepless nights." She paused. "But when it came time to present the core product, he didn't say a word. His assistant did all the talking." I blinked. "That's it. That's what made you suspicious." She smiled lightly. Not just that, his assistant looked like death. Huge dark circles, totally sleep-deprived. And Greg, he looked fresh as hell, didn't match his story. Especially after I saw how smug he looked when he bumped into you. No way that guy been up all night coding. I stared at her stunned. You, on the other hand, came in alone. No assistant. Did the whole pitch yourself. And when you were accused of stealing, your reaction? That wasn't an act. You looked genuinely blindsided. She tapped under her eyes, smiling. Black circles don't lie. The tight knot in my chest began to loosen. Ren, did you grow up watching detective shows or something? Oh, totally. I've seen over 1,000 episodes of Detective Conan. I can identify over 800 murder methods. If you ever need help, she said playfully, mimicking the famous line, the truth is always one. I laughed for the first time in days. Why do you believe me? We only met once. Maybe I faked it. Maybe I stayed up all night partying. Because, she said, suddenly serious, the most important things in life can't be seen with the eyes. You have to feel them. I raised a brow, quoting The Little Prince now. We both laughed. Then she added, actually, Mr. Cooper had his own doubts. Greg's rep isn't exactly clean. We ended up not partnering with him, so technically you didn't lose. You still have a shot. She sipped her coffee, then looked up. So what's next? What are you gonna do? I grinned. Revenge, make everyone who wronged me pay. She giggled. Anything a detective like me can do to help. I grinned wider. Why would you help me? She leaned forward, eyes sparkling. Because justice may be late, but it never skips the party. Ren and I agreed. The breakthrough had to be through David Lee. He must know where the stolen presentation came from, she said. I'll try to talk to him, I offered. You should lay low from Titansoft for now, Ren warned. Let me try and set up another meeting with Mr. Cooper. You deserve a proper chance to clear the air. Clearing my name isn't enough anymore. I have to show results. So we split up. I returned to the office to continue developing the app, adding new features and polishing the product. Meanwhile, Ren tracked down David. Surprisingly, she brought him to me directly. Eli, I didn't know the app was yours, David said the moment he saw me. I was caught off guard. He looked genuinely regretful. It's okay, David. I'm not here to blame you. Can you tell me what you know? Mr. Bishop gave me the USB the night before the meeting. Said I had to memorize all the app functions and update the slide deck to make it look like our company's work. Even changed the dev timeline to make it look older. I pulled an all-nighter to get it done. What about the password? How did you open it? Mr. Bishop gave it to me. The USB had a password, so he made a call and gave me 3 sets of numbers. The third one worked. Then he told me to copy everything and gave the USB back to him. My heart was pounding. There was a pit opening in my stomach. David, do you remember what those numbers were? He nodded. Yeah, I remember them. The first was your birthday, the second, Chloe's birthday, and the third, your anniversary. The world spun around me. There was only one other person who knew all 3 numbers. Chloe. I nearly threw up right there. Eli, are you okay? Ren asked, noticing my color drain. Yeah, I said, barely holding it together. I turned to David. Would you help me? He looked unsure. I owe you. You always had my back at Titansoft. You taught me so much. I don't want to lose this job. Then join us. Come work with me. His eyes lit up. No hesitation, he nodded. We had a new member in Operation Ant. David, though young, was smart and talented. He integrated into the team almost immediately. To ease his guilt, he took on a lot of administrative work, sorting invoices, reconciling expenses. One afternoon, he came into my office after hours. Eli, I remembered something, not sure if it matters. He handed me a notebook filled with restaurant names. What is this? Places Bishop claimed he was hosting clients at. I did the expense reports. Thing is, he didn't have any real clients to entertain. My eyes narrowed. Go on. And these, he flipped the page, these are supply orders filed under the department. High-end computers, top-tier accessories, but we never saw them. Our setups were junk. But the company tracks inventory. Every item has to be logged. David grinned. You've been around a while, Eli, but sometimes it's us low-level grunts who see everything. What do you mean? Department heads have special approval channels. Most of those purchases go through without standard checks. As for inventory, sure, it gets logged, but at Titansoft, audits only happen once every few years. He paused. Honestly, I think the CEO already suspects. Financial reports don't lie. I asked one of my friends in finance. Greg's expense claims have dropped sharply in recent years. My guess, the CEO tried to clean it up quietly, using layoffs to balance the books. Didn't want to make it public. I nodded. I understood everything now. That finance friend of yours, still reachable. She got laid off too. If not for you, I probably would have been next. Reach out to her. Ask if she'd consider joining us. Interviews tomorrow. Greg Bishop was rotting from the inside, and he was taking Titansoft with him. But the ones at the bottom, the ones who had been stepped on for years, we were about to rise. I kept my relationship with Chloe in lukewarm territory. To keep her from growing suspicious, I told her I booked a fancy dinner. Things are going well, I told her. I've been busy, thought you deserved a little surprise. She sounded thrilled. I'd chosen our anniversary for the dinner. She probably thought I was going to propose. Meanwhile, Wren had arranged a meeting with Mr. Cooper. This time, I brought revised pitch materials and all the sincerity I had. 2 hours later, Mr. Cooper finally agreed. I'll inform the other department heads about what happened. Wren was right. You're sharp. I look forward to seeing your product launch. When I got back to the office, the whole team erupted in celebration. This deal meant everything to us. But the good news didn't stop there. Mr. Cooper even introduced us to a few more corporate clients through his network. With NetBridge's endorsement, funding secured, and support growing, our app officially launched. The market noticed. It wouldn't be long before Greg Bishop heard the news. Let him enjoy his last few days of comfort. The reckoning was coming. Through Mr. Cooper's connections, I got in touch with a senior partner from the firm that audited Titansoft. I explained the situation briefly. They moved fast. A special audit task force was created, and Titansoft's finances and internal processes from the last few years were suddenly under the microscope. The result, chaos. Titansoft's internal structure went through a massive shakeup. Stock value plummeted, and Greg Bishop, along with several other department heads, faced varying levels of disciplinary action. Meanwhile, our company launched a second AI app aimed at individual users. Its core feature, boosting productivity by automating repetitive, low-impact tasks, freeing people up to focus on creative work. The app exploded. It hit #1 on the free app charts within days. The reviews were glowing. Investors came knocking. Within 6 months, we pulled off a miracle. We went public. Our name was everywhere, a tech legend in the making. And with that success, we officially began the acquisition process for Titansoft. We were close, so close. The next time I stepped into Titansoft, I wasn't alone. I brought my entire team with me. Every single one of us had once been laid off from this place. No security stopped us. No shouting from Greg. Just his stunned, pale face as we entered his office. "Why are you all here? To beat me up?" he stammered, instinctively backing into the corner. I stared at him. "Greg Bishop, do you remember who we are?" One by one, my team stepped forward. Each stated their name, former department, and old job title. We were the ones you dismissed, the ones you never saw, the ones buried under the grunt work, endlessly repeating tasks, invisible to management, waiting to be replaced. Greg was trembling now. I looked at him and gave a cold smile. But even ants have value, and now it's our turn to judge you. David stepped up. I'm filing a report accusing you of corporate espionage. You're going to prison. You have no proof, Greg screamed. I do. Charlie stepped through the door, locking eyes with me. I have proof. I recorded everything you said when you ordered me to steal Eli's USB. Charlie, you traitorous dog. You think if I go down, you'll be spared. You helped me. You'll go down with me. No one will hire you with a record. Charlie, I cut in calmly. Thank you. I'll be waiting for you to come back. Charlie's eyes reddened. Greg's did too, but for a very different reason. He slumped to the floor like a pile of oily rags. I still don't get it, he whispered. Why did Mr. Cooper believe you? I did everything. I looked down at him, disgust written all over my face. Because justice may be late, but it never skips a date. Chloe was dressed to perfection. Elegant makeup, polished smile, sitting across from me, eyes sparkling. Half a year ago, I might have believed she was the kindest soul in my world. I might have vowed to love her forever. Now, when her hand reached out to touch mine like old times, I pulled away without hesitation. What's wrong? I need to tell you something. She smiled sweetly, certain she was about to hear a proposal. You know what today is? Of course, it's our anniversary. Exactly, that's why I prepared a surprise. She feigned innocent excitement. What is it? Close your eyes. I led her to a private screen and stood beside her. Okay, open them. She gasped at the sight of roses everywhere. Babe, are you going to? Let's watch something together first. She probably expected a montage of sweet memories. Instead, her own voice began playing. Moaning, whispering, laughing. With Greg Bishop. Eli, are you insane? She screamed, lunging for the projector. No, Chloe, you are. When she couldn't turn it off, she collapsed at my feet, hugging my legs, sobbing. I'm sorry, I made a mistake, please forgive me. My voice was icy. Why? She choked, wiping tears. Then slowly, she confessed everything. I made a major mistake at work. Greg covered for me, he promised to help me get promoted, and you were always busy. I felt invisible. He said I could have a future if I stayed close to him. I thought you never cared what I needed. I listened in silence. Then I turned my back and walked away. Why can you forgive Charlie but not me? Give me a chance, she screamed. I stopped. Did you give me a chance? When you laughed with Greg about stepping on me, ruining me, did you think about what I needed? I didn't look back. Days later, word spread through Titansoft that Chloe had resigned. The break room buzzed with rumors. I heard she left to marry her boyfriend from a tech unicorn. She's so lucky. Wait, wasn't there gossip about her and Mr. Bishop, though? Really, spill. She got what she always wanted. To be the center of attention, even in the company break room. Hey, Earth to Eli. Ren waved her hand in front of my face. Don't tell me you're thinking about your ex again. What are you talking about, Miss Cooper? I teased, gently taking her hand. So, when did you figure it out? Figure what out? That she cheated. Hey, Ren pouted. Talk about your ex in front of your current girlfriend, and you'll get a second one. I laughed. Okay. You mean when I figured out you're Mr. Cooper's daughter? Exactly. I never told you, and no one in the company would dare say it either. Care to guess how I found out, Detective Wren? She frowned in concentration. I couldn't help but smile. I have no idea, just tell me. It was during that meeting with your dad. I asked him directly. Her jaw dropped. But why did you even suspect? I grinned and opened her palm. Inside was a rose with a hidden engagement ring tucked into its petals. Because the most important things in life can't be seen with the eyes, you have to feel them. Ren Ray, will you be my one and only rose?